Oh my gosh, you guys, my clients just closed on the cutest Cali ever in Bella Point. I'm so excited for them. Let's go take a look inside. Don't you just love this yellow door and the covered front porch? Loving, loving, loving this color scheme. It is the monochromatic color scheme that they do, where it's just the one color instead of putting multiple colors on up here and here. I just love the way this looks so much. So let's take a look inside. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at that yellow door. So you come on in to this awesome foyer. It's all cleaned up and ready to move in. Ben and Mark here at D.R. Horton have done such a phenomenal job. The customer service has been just phenomenal from beginning to end. Ben Frame here in Bella Point, he has just been incredible. The customer service level again is just phenomenal with Ben. Love him so much. He's so thoughtful and really truly cares about the buyers of these homes. Isn't this a great kitchen? One thing I learned with this house is in this phase that D.R. Horton is actually doing soft close cabinets. Isn't that great? So in this phase in Bella Point, you've got your crown molding above the cabinets. You've got your hardware on the cabinets as well. We negotiated no, we did not negotiate this refrigerator in. This home, the contract fell through with the buyer that was under contract. And as a part of that, he negotiated that refrigerator. But we got a great deal on this house for sure. This is the Cali floor plan. You've got your single bowl sink. You've got this awesome pantry over here. Oop, and these are quartz counters. Typically you see granite in here, but this was a pre-sale where they allowed you to choose your finishes. And this particular buyer that again fell through, that their contract fell through, they chose quartz countertops. So isn't this just phenomenal? Love, love, love the Cali floor plan and all the space it offers. They have a screened-in porch and they back up to woods, which is always nice. And then in here, you've got your primary suite with the luxury vinyl plank flooring going all throughout the primary. Isn't that awesome? And you also have the hardware on the cabinets in here and beautiful granite counters. Love this slider that they're putting in here instead of the other door. Isn't this fantastic? Love, love, love that instead of the swinging door. And then look at the shower. They've made some major upgrades in this phase of Bella Point, and I am here for it. They've installed the towel ring here. In the past, they haven't had towel holders installed already. So this is also another thoughtful feature they're going ahead and adding at these very low prices as well. You've got your walk-in closet. They always do a nice size closet. And you have, in the Cali floor plan, you actually have another closet here. Also, what they're doing in these switches, you could just pop this off and you can change out these switches as you see fit. So you could do a dimmer here if you wanted to. Here, they put in the fan switch where you can turn on the fan for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or 60 minutes. Isn't that cool? So here, if you wanted to put a dimmer on here, you could just pop this off and you put a dimmer switch in here, and they sell these individually as a dimmer. Isn't that great? So back out here, Oh, one thing I failed to mention is this house also came with the blinds. So my clients got the blinds, they got the refrigerator, quartz counters, the luxury vinyl plank flooring, the hardware on the cabinets, crown molding. Those are standard. They also got the screened-in porch, which isn't standard, but they got that too. And over here, you've got your laundry. They also got washer and dryer already installed. Isn't that fantastic? The luxury vinyl plank is continued all throughout this particular home, and that's an upgrade. Because this was a pre-sale offered by D.R. Horton, they were able to do that. Good sized closet in this bedroom, decent. You've got this great big closet here that could be used for pretty much anything you want. I call it the Costco closet. I'm sure you may have heard that. Over here, you have another closet, and you have access to the garage. Well, here you have the garage. The homes come with the garage door opener. Up here, you do have a coat closet. And your secondary bedrooms. So again, the luxury vinyl plank goes throughout these bedrooms. No carpet. The blinds are installed already. Now, D.R. Horton has a new neighborhood coming up called Rolling Hills. It's very close by this particular neighborhood. It's located in Bolivia off of Highway 211 on Southport Supply Road. Luxury vinyl plank in here. That neighborhood is gonna be phenomenal. It's gonna have hardy board siding. So because you can paint hardy board siding, the color of the homes, you're gonna have a little bit of different variation because they can just pick whatever colors they want. They're not stuck with the colors that vinyl siding comes in. So that's gonna be a lot of fun to see them do that. This is the bathroom. You've got your shower tub combination there and a granite countertop. They also installed the toilet paper holder. I know that's weird for me to be saying that and pointing that out, but you do not typically see that in a D.R. Horton house. Or the towel rods, that's something that you have to do after closing. And a lot of times you don't even notice they're not in there because it's not something you actually pay attention to. But that's what's great about this phase. They are doing a little bit more thoughtful finishing details than in some of their other homes. So this one actually has a light up there. So sometimes I believe in some D.R. Horton homes, this light, the electrician actually puts that light up there, but they drywall over it and they forget to actually cut that light out. So sometimes if you are buying a D.R. Horton house and it does not have a light up there that you see, chances are it is cut in. So maybe tell your superintendent to maybe check to see if maybe they could cut out where that light should be. Because on the electrical plans, there is a light with this bath. Sometimes you don't see it, but I bet you there is the electric components behind the drywall for that. Okay, so D.R. Horton does have this other fabulous neighborhood called Rolling Hills, again, off of Southport Supply Road, Highway 211 in Bolivia. It's gonna have hardy board siding, some new plans, just a lot of upgrades in those homes that you don't typically see. And they are offering pre-sales where you could pick your plan, pick your finishes, pick your lot, and that is super unusual for D.R. Horton. And I would love to show you what that community has to offer. Give me a call. I'm Jessica Wainwright, 910-518-JESS, 5377, and I cannot wait to hear from you. All right, you guys, I wanted to tell you a little bit about how this transaction transpired. We were looking at some other homes with some great interest rates, great deals. They were under 300,000, just phenomenal. And although the interest rate was really good, some of the home features just weren't really there in these other neighborhoods. And I knew that D.R. Horton was offering 3.99% interest rate incentive on their homes, plus a little bit of closing costs to go along with that. And when I ran the numbers based on a little bit more expensive home versus the homes that we were looking at, I quickly realized that with the lower interest rate, even though the other builder was offering a good interest rate, the 3.99%, you could afford a more expensive home and your mortgage payments be equal. So you can get in a bigger home for the same amount of money because of the decreased interest rate. Now, when I say the interest rate is decreased, that is not temporary. It's not an arm. It's not a temporary buy down. It is for the life of the loan. So when some of these builders are offering these incentives when it comes to interest rates, sometimes they're temporary. They go away after 2 years, 3 years, whatever. In D.R. Horton's case, usually when they offer a rate buy down or a lower interest rate, it is for the life of the loan. Usually it only applies to government-backed loans. Those are their lowest interest rate, FHA, VA, and USDA. But in conventional, they also offer some lower rates if you wanted to do conventional. But the great thing about FHA is you could put only 3.5% down. So if you want to come to the closing table with as little cash as possible and have your carrying costs be as low as possible, as long as you're primary residence, you can get into one of these D.R. Horton homes for 3.99% interest rate, lower your payments quite dramatically because of that. And I can negotiate every single penny of your closing cost. So you can come to the table with nothing but the 3.5% down. That's all you would need to bring to the closing table. I have been able in the last 3 D.R. Horton houses that I've sold, secure them a 3.99% interest rate and get every single penny of their closing costs paid for, in addition to the private mortgage insurance upfront fee that you have to pay when you get an FHA loan. Instead of getting that financed into the loan, and this could be confusing at this point, but I can explain later if you call me. And I was able to get that covered within the closing cost concessions that we negotiated with D.R. Horton. We can also negotiate your blinds, get you a refrigerator, get you a washer and dryer in some neighborhoods. Some neighborhoods don't even offer the washer and dryer. But you better call me if you're looking for a primary residence and you want to come to the table with little cash and have a low mortgage payment as compared to others that are buying the same priced house but are in the 6s in terms of their interest rates, maybe even the 7s. This is a phenomenal opportunity to buy a house, especially with D.R. Horton. The D.R. Horton neighborhoods in our marketplace in Brunswick County, they're phenomenal. You can't beat them. I have had nothing but great experiences with them, and let's do it. Let's buy you a house and get that mortgage payment down. I bet you I can get you a mortgage payment less than the rate you're paying. I bet you. Let's bet. Let's take a bet. I bet you. Let's see. Let's see if I can get you all your closing costs negotiated and get you a phenomenal interest rate and get you into a brand new house with warranties in amazing neighborhoods. Let's give it a shot. I'm Jessica Wainwright, 910-518-JESS, 5377. Call me. Bye.